Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Luke.
Favorite artist or actor or comedian or like director or writer, something like that, author maybe even, whose work you don't actually like, but from what you've seen of like news or whatever, you think you would like hanging out with this person, or you'd be like friends with this person.
Okay.
But their work you don't actually like. For what they're famous for, you're not a huge fan of, but you're like, oh, this person's probably cool.
Yeah. I got one for that.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
I do.
Okay.
Please.
I always thought that Keanu Reeves would be really cool to hang out with, but I never thought he was a particularly good actor.
That makes sense.
I think he has
people,
had.
I think that.
Yeah, but I heard stories about him that make me think that he's like just a really cool dude to hang out with.
Yeah.
Money he's donated to all of his various charities and like just the way he treats people on set and stuff. And in interviews, I don't know, he just seems really personable. So I want to hang out with him.
He almost went into the NHL as a goalie.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I mean, that's cool.
That must be a great guy then.
That's kind of the charity.
The measure.
Yeah, that's the standard.
Huh. Yeah, no, I when I see him in movies, I don't know. Sometimes you see somebody acting, and it's just like, that's a good guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to shake that guy's hand, or that girl's hand.
Yeah.
But I can't know for sure.
2. One is maybe Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx.
Okay, yeah.
Most movies that I've seen him in, I'm like not a huge fan of, except Ray. He's really good in that, like playing Ray Charles. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think he won Best Actor for it.
Oh, really?
Or at least nominated.
Wow.
Yeah, he was very good. So, okay, I like that work.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not following the rules here
okay,
so far.
yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, then it's just down to one person then. It's Johnny Cash.
Yeah, okay. I can see where you're coming from.
I do not like country music, and I don't even like cool country music.
Like
old,
Nito.
cool, like Johnny Cash and like Andy Williams or
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, like cool country stars like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that either. Like even even his best songs, I'm like, this just isn't good music. Except for Hurt, which
is a cover
written by him.
Song.
So,
yeah.
But he just seems like an awesome guy to hang out with.
A lot of those old country guys do.
Yeah.
Again, I also don't really like country that much, but I respect it from afar when it comes to people like that.
Right.
And yeah, people like Christopherson and Cash and those guys, they seem like the kind of like old cool people you'd want to tell you stories.
Yes, yeah. You just want to sit there and they just tell you like 4 hours worth of
with
just
their gravelly
memories.
Voices.
Yeah. It's like they're singing a song or a poem at all times.
But all they're doing is just talking to you.
Just talking. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. So Luke, what is your favorite or best experience in a movie theater based on any criteria?
Well, back when I was 16, I think, maybe 15 or 16, I went to the theater with a buddy of mine, and we originally planned to go see Terminator Salvation.
Yes.
And for one reason or another, I think that like tickets were sold out or something, but we didn't end up seeing it, and instead we got tickets for a movie that you've already mentioned. Can you guess which one?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Up.
Oh.
We had to go see Up.
Nice.
And I was like, whatever, it's just some animated movie. It's probably gonna be
whatever, man.
dumb, stupid.
Yeah, for kids.
Losers.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Like, I thought it was one of the best animated movies I'd ever seen. I remember feeling so sad in the theater because I got a bunch of nacho cheese on my sweater, and that's the truth. And then the movie was really sad too.
Yeah. Which one's sadder?
In the end, I think that the nacho cheese had a bigger impact on my
On
life.
your life.
That stuff, it's not easy to get that out. I don't eat nachos in the theater anymore, and that's also a true thing. After that, I never got nachos again because it's so hard to not get it on your sweater.
Yeah. Wow. So Up got you to change something about your life.
Yeah, I know so much for the documentaries, eh? Up's really motivated me to not eat nachos anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true either. But that was a good theater experience because it was totally unexpected. I did not expect to like it that much, and it turns out that Terminator Salvation really sucks.
Yes.
So
it
all worked out in the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, God. Right.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
Wish I didn't say that.
Which reminds me, that happened to me and a buddy as well. I think we just went to the theaters and we were like, okay, we're just gonna go to the movie that's playing at that moment. And so we went there 4 p.m. or something, and the only one playing was Jackass 3D. And it is awesome.
Oh, it is.
It was so much fun to watch.
I love that.
I'm not
Did you see it with the 3D glasses?
Oh,
too?
Yeah.
Wicked. I've always wanted to do that. Never got a chance.
Yeah, just a lot of 3D, just ball sacks.
Just Steve-O's nuts in your face.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome.
It's essentially.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's. Yeah, paper cuts in 3D. That was the worst part of that movie. Just horrible.
What did they do?
Here.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't even think I even watched that. I was like, yeah.
I had a hard time watching that, and also the one where they pull the guy's tooth out with a Lamborghini. Anything with teeth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
eyes too. Just
eyes.
Can't watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, my experience. Best one was. Well, I mentioned it in a previous video that I love the Phantom Menace. And that's probably because of my theater experience, because I was a kid and it was a huge hype movie, and to me it lived up to the hype. Getting to see the pod race, in theaters.
It always comes down to the pod race.
Yeah, and the duel of the fates, as they say.
Do they?
Anchorman, that was a really good theater experience for me, because it was me and my best friends, and so we were just and the movie just reminded us of ourselves, it looked like just a bunch of dudes making inside jokes, and they just had a camera rolling, kind of thing.
It's
we got to do that, it was kind of inspired, buddy comedy.
That era of mid 2000s comedy, it really hit a sweet spot for a while.
Yeah,
that was a great movie.
Yeah. So, a piece of media that you can easily forgive all of its mistakes and its sins because you just love it so much. Or you love something about it.
I'd have to say the movie The Room with Tommy Wiseau is a movie that I actually love so much that not only do I forgive all of its mistakes, but I embrace them as if they are a part of the movie.
As if they
because
are.
Because they are. They make up the movie. I've seen it more than once.
Yes. Yeah.
Which for a really, really bad movie, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. No,
so I forgive all of its mistakes, and I love them because they entertain me endlessly.
Yeah. Wow. Good choice.
Thank you.
I would have to go with. Well, I'm actually a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan, and most people just despise him.
You're a big fan of him?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mostly because Unbreakable. I love the movie Unbreakable.
He's had a few great movies.
Yeah, yeah. But for example, The Happening. Most people hate The Happening. I actually like The Happening.
Yeah.
It could be in the list of movies that, I love, but most people don't.
Right.
As well. I can definitely see a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes, a lot of bad things in that movie, but it's just such a good concept that I think people misinterpret. It's just but why did that happen? It's that's the whole point of the movie. You don't know what happens.
It's M. Night.
Yeah.
The whole point of all of his movies are why is this happening right now?
So The Happening is definitely one. But it's not like my favorite movie. But a movie that I really love, that some people have issues with, is I Am Legend.
Like the Will Smith?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the book. Like, it's one of my favorite books. And I will be the first one to say that the movie and the book should probably not be titled the same thing.
Oh,
but if they were titled differently...
Because they're very different, or what?
Yeah, they're very different. I feel like if the movie was titled something different, everybody would like it.
Okay.
Kind of just, like, stole your thunder here.
No, no, that's good, because, you know, people have issues with it. And for me, I think it's just because I love post-apocalyptic themes so much. And I love Will Smith.
Yeah.
And, I mean...
He's America's adult Gerber baby.
I have never thought that or heard that from anyone, but...
You're thinking it now.
I mean, America, if that's what America thinks, then...
Who am I?
Yeah, who am I
Who am I?
America says and does a lot of things.
It sure does. It walks tall and walks wide.
So, yeah, I Am Legend. I can, if there's any issues with that movie, it doesn't matter. It's great.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
Yeah. A movie or TV show or video game with a plot that you love, but you don't fully grasp. You don't really totally understand what's going on.
I'm not sure if I love the plot, but I'd go with The Tree of Life, just because I don't understand it. And I think anybody who says that they understand it is a liar.
Totally.
I think more than anything else, it's just a lot of great photography, and I'm sure it makes sense to Terrence Malick.
Yes.
But I don't think it's intended to make sense to me.
Right.
So in that way, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to have a piece of art that a lot of people can't really make heads or tails of any of it.
Right.
Or some of it.
Most of his movies are kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah, but it's still, you can tell that it's driving at something a little deeper, you know? Like, you can tell there's something kind of weird and creative going on.
Yeah, that's a good one. For me, I feel kind of lame for saying this, because most people probably can understand it, but Memento by Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
one of his first. You know, it is confusing, obviously, because it's filmed backwards. Yeah. Right, that's the big thing about it. Mm-hmm. Really good movie, but I still just don't really fully get it. I love it.
It takes a few views, and you'll have to read the Wikipedia article like 4 or 5 times. But yeah. No, I agree.
A lot of chat rooms, perhaps.
A lot of chat rooms,
forums, as they call them.
Yes, the highly regarded Memento forums.
Yes, Tumblr, etc. Reddit.
Wow,
all that.
You know a lot about the internet, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Reddit.com, perhaps.
.com, full stop.
Yeah, .org, maybe.
.w.
So if you could change any title of any piece of art, any media, any content, any band name, song title, whatever, what would you change?
I have to make a couple like mechanical changes in this one, so I might be breaking the rules a little bit, but I would take off the very end of Kill Bill 2 and put it on part of Kill Bill 1 so that it makes sense and it's one cohesive story, and then I would call Kill Bill 2 Kill Bill, the deleted scenes, so that it was never a part of Tarantino's thing. That way we could have just one really good movie instead of one really good movie and one kind of not really that great movie.
Okay.
To make up the entire story.
Right.
Yeah, because you need
Kill Bill and then Kill Bill deleted scenes.
Kill Bill, the director's bits. Like it's, I would like that if I didn't need to watch it to get the full story. But as of now, I do.
It's like the director's sentimental scenes that he doesn't want to keep.
Things that the director would have put in if they worked better.
Right.
But they don't because they're boring.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool. That's a good use of rule bending.
Yeah, thank you. I had trouble with that one.
Yeah. I didn't, personally.
Yeah, but I know. You are the one who wrote the question. If I wrote questions...
That's besides the point.
They'd all be things like, where did you go for your 14th birthday, and what girl that you liked got really mad at you and left you without a ride at the mall. And then you'd be like, oh, I don't know. Actually, maybe you would know.
I would change a band. It's not actually that funny, but I would change a band name, and the reason is when I was with this group, and we were deciding what to call our Christian youth group, we were just thinking of funny, like, changing band names to be like to Christianize them, and so ACJC came up. So if I actually had the power, I would change AC/DC's name to ACJC.
Would you change the lyrical content too?
Oh, if I could, yeah, definitely.
Might be a little bad. Might be even worse actually to leave it at just the title. Does the AC stand for anything different too, or just the JC? Yeah.
Oh, what did we say? Like always Christ or something? Always Christ, Jesus Christ.
Always. Awesome.
Or because back in the day, we were all us sheltered Christian kids were told that, oh, don't listen to AC/DC because it means against Christ, devil's children.
Really?
For real.
That was a thing.
I was actually told that.
And you probably believe it because
I
there's
did,
a song
at least
called
for
Highway to Hell.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
I mean,
hard.
it makes
you don't
sense.
Have to look far. Wow, that is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, but then of course I heard the actual story, and it's like actually like lamer. It's just like, oh, it's just an electrical current.
Nerds.
Yeah, lame. Yeah, so that's what I would change.
Okay.
ACJC.
That's good. Just for the sake of an inside joke.
Yep. Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
that's
that would be great. I
comment about questions you might have.
Sincerely hope that the video that you're watching isn't as long as it took to shoot this.
Amen.
Amen.
And God bless.
Yeah, that's how we should end it.
Amen.
With an amen.
Yeah.